Good evening. So kindly confirm if you can hear me. The class is about to start. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. Okay, the class is about to start. So let me share my screen for you guys to see. So kindly confirm you can see my screen. You can see my screen. Just drop it in the chat box that you can see my screen. Okay, so today is the week 4 and the week project, last week topic of your digital marketing course. You have made it this far. Congratulations to everyone that has made it this far. Um, I want to congratulate you for the progress that you have made. Your week 1, your week 2, your week 3, and now you are in week 4, about to learn data and automation in your digital marketing course. Congratulations to everyone once again, and thank you for attending this class. So, data and automation, week 4, analytics, cost rate optimization, and the capstone project. So this week you are going to get your final capstone project, and your test and examination will be commencing. You'll be notified when it is going to start. You'll be notified when your courses are going to have their exams. So, but for now, let us complete today's class on data and automation. So, introduction to analytics. Marketing without data is just guessing. Analytics tools like Google Analytics 4 track user behavior on your site. So I'm sure you all know what marketing is. Marketing can be defined as the process of which you sell products to an individual via the internet or any means of any means by which you sell products, whether it could be digital services or physical products of which you sell to an individual. So that is what marketing is. And marketing without data is guessing. If the product does not have history, if the product does not have history, or the product does not have any form of credibility, then the product should not be a good one, and it is just guessing of which people might not want to invest or buy from you. Okay, I'm sorry for the little interruption. Let's continue with the class. So KPIs, key performance indicators, quantifiable metrics used to evaluate the success of a campaign. Now, basically, what this means is that KPIs act as a compass for your marketing efforts. Depending on your goals, a KPI, that is a key performance indicator, could be a website traffic, conversion rate, or revenue generated. They tell whether a strategy is working or if you need effort. So basically, what's how good you are doing in the market or how well you are performing as a marketer is what these key performance indicators use to track it. You understand? Quantifiable metrics used to evaluate the success of a campaign. How good you are doing, how bad you are doing. Are there profits in what you are doing? Are there losses in what you are doing? Those are what key performance indicators are for. They evaluate the success of your campaign. So depending on your goals, a key performance indicator could be website traffic, the amount of people that click your website, the amount of people that view your page, your conversion rate, or the revenue that you have generated over time, depending on how far you have gone or how well your product turns out for everyone. So there's the bounce rate, percentage of users who leave without clicking anything. So imagine you are in a scenario whereby you want to sell the product and then you give the link to a you send the link to a group or you give the link to a particular set of people. Okay? Or you give the link to a particular set of people. And then they see the link but they just scroll. Or peradventure they even get to click the link and after clicking the link they just view the page and leave the site. They just view the page and leave the site without interacting or anything. So that means that is the meaning of bounce rate. And why it matters is that a high bounce rate often means that the page didn't match the user's expectation, took too long to load, or had poor graphic design, or it probably had poor navigation. So when a product does not suit the expectation of a user, it's the bounce rate tends to be high. And if the bounce rate of your product is high, definitely you are not performing very well. So there is the cost, consumer acquisition cost, how much money it takes to buy one customer. So imagine you are all customers in this space and you want to I advertise my product to you, I advertise my product to you for you to buy. How much money it takes to get your attention, how much money I need to invest in my product to be able to allow you guys to buy from me or to allow you guys to invest in what I have to offer. That is the meaning of the customer acquisition cost. How much money it takes to buy one customer, to get the attention of one customer. That's what it means. And there's the lifetime value. That's the total revenue a customer brings over time. Now, the lifetime value that it generates must obviously be higher than the consumer acquisition cost. I'll repeat that the total revenue a customer brings over time, and it must be higher than the consumer acquisition cost. The lifetime value is the total revenue a business can expect from a single user over the entire duration of their relationship. So, let's say, for example, I offer to sell clothes on my website and then I have a customer or a group of people that tend to buy from me that tend to purchase my product monthly or have a subscription that they tend to buy from me. Okay, so that is the revenue that that customer brings to my business over time. Okay, and why it must be significantly higher than my consumer acquisition cost. It means that my business is healthy, sustainable, and growing efficiently because you are making more profit than customers from customers than you spend to acquire them. In that case, what you are spending to gain more customers, you would be gaining more than what you are spending. So that means you are making profits from your expenditure. You spend on what you use to bring customers, and when the customers get, you are making times two or times three of what the customer brings, what you use to bring the customer to your website or to your business. So that is why your lifetime value must significantly be higher than your consumer customer acquisition cost. Please, if you are following, or if you are following, or if you are tagging along, kindly notify me or drop it in the chat box. Okay, it seems no one wants to respond. Let's continue with the class. Now, the conversion rate optimization. Now, as a marketer, there has to be a particular currency, a particular percentage of money of which your product is rated for. Now, what is conversion rate optimization? The systematic process of increasing the percentage of website visitors who take a desired action, that is to fill out the form or become customers. Now, I'll read that again. The conversion rate optimization is the systematic process of increasing the percentage of website visitors who take a desired action. That is, probably they fill out a Google form or they become customers by signing up on your website. So that's what it means. Focus on removing friction from the user experience and remove the return on investment. ROI means return on investment. Improve return on investment without needing to spend more money on advertisements. So basically, I will enlighten more on the consumer rate optimization. Now, it focuses heavily on removing friction from the user experience, making it seamless as possible for visitors to complete their goals and their aims. Okay. Now, without needing to spend any more hours on the return on investment, it's because you are getting better results out of the existing traffic that you already have. Imagine you already have a business of which 100,000 customers buy your products every month. Okay, that means you have a monthly revenue, or you have a fixed monthly revenue of about, if your product is about $1, that means you have a fixed monthly revenue of about close to $100,000. So that is what it means. That needs to spend more money on ads. Those people are your customers and they would buy regardless of the situation they find themselves in, provided that your product meets their expectations. So that is what it means. And the consumer rate optimization tactics. This includes improving page load speed, making call to action buttons high contrast, adding social proof, that's reviews, that near the checkout button, and simplifying form fields, that's asking for less information. Now, to achieve a certain CRO, that is conversion rate optimization, marketers use specific strategies to make websites more friendly and persuasive. So obviously, those are the tactics that, and I'll be explaining each. Improving payload speed. This is ensuring pages open quickly without preventing visitors from leaving out of frustration. Imagine you want to buy data, you couldn't buy data on your bank. Imagine you were not allowed to buy data on your bank, and if you can't buy data on your bank, you have to go to the MTN website to buy your data. And in order for you to buy your data on the MTN website, you connected to someone else's hotspot that you were like you want to use for a short period of time. You were like, please help me to on your hotspot. I want to buy data. And for you to buy the data, you have to quickly use it. You have to quickly use. Sorry about that. In order for you to buy the data, you have to quickly use the person's hotspot. Now, imagine the MTN site was not loading very well. It kept on refreshing and it kept on telling you to verify that you are a bot. After verifying you are a bot, the network speed is very slow. And the person that you said is should on for you thinks you are using it to play Free Fire. So in that sense, you would not want to buy a game, but rather you would want to tell the person to go, or the person might leave out of frustration. So improving payload speed of your website where your products are is a good conversion rate optimization tactic so that people will tend to want to buy more from you. Now, making call to action buttons high contrast. This is using distinct colors for important buttons, make them stand out so users instantly know where to click. For example, your checkout button. Your checkout button is not meant to be a tiny button or a tiny phrase like the way the words of what you're explaining your product are. It's meant to be boldly written. Imagine you want to buy a product on a site, and then the checkout button is at the top left corner. It's at the top left corner and written in small letters. Of course, something like that, you might not even see it, and you might be thinking they are joking with you. It might even seem fishy. It might seem suspicious that it might be a scam. Okay, so the way your website is laid out, the way it is presented, the way it is, the way people see it when they enter your website and they see, okay, this is well arranged, this is what this means, and they get to see that the information being passed is very accurate. That is what making call to action button high contrast. They by order of their importance, the more important buttons or the more important pieces of information gets to them and it is shown more boldly on the screen. Adding social proof, that's reviews near the checkout button. Now, it might not necessarily be near the checkout button, but it should be in a place where they see the social reviews and they see, okay, what are this person benefited from buying this product? What are this person benefited from? Okay, um, when I buy this product, am I not just wasting my money? But they will get to see that when they buy the product or when they get to involve themselves in the digital service or the digital course, they see that what they are getting is worth what they are spending on. Placing customer reviews and testimonials close to conversion points build trust and reassures buyers. So buyers will when they see proof of what they want to buy, when they see proof of how effective the product is, then they would want to buy it, and that is a good conversion rate optimization tactic. Simplifying form fields. Now, this includes reducing the number of required fields in a form, making it faster and easier for users to fill out, reducing drop-offs. I'll repeat that again. Reducing the number of required fields in a form, making it faster and easier for users to fill out, reducing drop-offs. Now, let's say you want to fill a Google form that has 15 different pages. At page 7 or page 8, you'd want to stop filling the form, especially if it contains unnecessary information. So in order to get people to want to buy your product or want to get to your website, and then when they are filling their forms, it is short and precise. Not that when they are filling their forms, they first ask them what's their name, what their date of birth, and then when the other pages they are like, What kind of relationship have you gotten into? What kind of this and that? Do you feel lonely when you are sitting down? All unnecessary questions like that should not be asked in the phone. Asking for less information, it implies that only necessary information should be asked. Only necessary information should be asked. And when you are asking for necessary information, it's information that you will be able to use effectively for their registration. So that is what conversion rate optimization is. Conversion rate optimization and conversion rate optimization tactics that you can use to get your customers to invest in you and buy your products. Please, if you are following, kindly react or kindly drop in the chat box that you are attending this class, please. So the next topic is the A/B testing framework. The A/B testing framework. That is the split testing. Split testing, it requires comparing two versions of a web page, that is A and B, against each other to determine which one performs better. I repeat, comparing two versions of a web page, A and B, against each other to determine which one performs better. Now, let's say you have MTN website and Airtel website. They are from the same, they are built from the same person, or probably they are in collaboration with the same company. And then MTN performs well, whereby Airtel keeps giving you issues or keeps making unnecessary plots of why their internet speed is not fast. Meanwhile, MTN has invested enough money into their website and it works seamlessly for their customers. So something like that is where you compare two versions of a web page against each other to determine which one performs better. And obviously, you'd want to go with MTN. Why? Because MTN does not take time, it does not delay, and it meets the ends of the it meets the expectation of the customers very well. So the golden rule of testing: only test one variable at a time. That is, change the headline, but I'm sorry about that. Change the headline, but keep the image and button color same. Not necessarily that you do something like that, but it just implies that only test one variable at a time. Take one thing at a time. Everything can be changed at once. It is a step-by-step procedure. Okay? Imagine Airtel wants to adapt to the conditions that MTN have started using, and because they want to adapt to their conditions, then they change everything on their website in one day, and they peradventure forget to make some things work out for their customers. In the sense or something like that, the website might not work as well as MTN's own it would work in. Why? Because MTN took their time and they took enough effort and put enough effort into what they built their website on. Okay. Meanwhile, Airtel went to rush, and after rushing to get their products, after rushing to improve their websites, they forgot to highlight some things or they forgot to do it properly, and through that their website starts to crash and have unnecessary problems. So that is what can happen. That is what can happen. Okay. So we'll change test one variable at a time, or probably you want to change one variable at a time, depending on the circumstances that occur. So if you change five things at once, you won't know which change caused the increase in sales. And if you change five things at once, you might probably have a decrease in sales. Because if peradventure the website does not work as expected or it has an issue, you won't know where the issue is coming from. And if you can't detect where the issue is coming from, there will be a very big problem. There would be a very, very big problem because you'd have to start changing everything one by one again to detect which is which. If you can't find which is which, you would have problems. So that is why you need to test one thing at a time. Rely on statistical significance, not gut feeling. So this implies that you rely on results that you have seen over time. If this one works, you try it, okay, and you try it one at a time. You don't rush. You take your time to place the products in their respective places. You take your time to give the prices products. I'm sorry, to give the product prices. You take your time to arrange everything and let it be pleasing to the eyes of your customers. So that is what the testing framework is. Testing your products one at a time and comparing two web versions of a page to see which one performs better. If you are following, kindly react. If you are still in the class, okay, let's continue. Now, the automation concept. This a systematizing revenue. Now, in this aspect of digital marketing, this is where the most money is tend to be made, depending on how you utilize it. Okay, sorry about the short time interval. Now, systematizing revenue, it implies that automation connects software to more users through the marketing funnel automatically, operating 247 without requiring manual intervention. Now, this implies the use of artificial intelligence, automation, connecting it to software to move users through the marketing funnel automatically. Not that you need to be there manually to guide them. For example, they click on the link that redirects them to their payment website for them to make payments or where they get to check out the products. So that is what systematizing revenue is. When the automation does the work, when you don't need to be around as an individual to be able to guide them, automatically they get redirected to where the work needs to be done. Now, traffic engine. To To build a fully automated revenue system, the process is broken down into four distinct engines. Now, to build a good system, these four engines play a key role in building the automation concepts. Now, the first one is traffic engine. Meta ads or Google ads running continuously to drive ongoing visitors to your platform. So this implies that you use advertisements, okay, to constantly drive visitors to your platform. For example, you are playing a game and your ad pops up on someone's screen, and then when they click on it, they get redirected to your website automatically. That is part of the automation concepts, okay? And when they get directed to your website then shows them what to do, how to make payments, what your product can offer. So that is what traffic engine is. Advertisement leading to your site and redirecting them to know what to do. Now there's the capture engine. This is a landing page that trades a free asset, lead magnet for an email address. I will repeat that. A landing page that trades a free asset that lead magnet for an email address. Now let me explain what that means. I'm sorry about the break in transition. I'm having some issues with um, my gadgets. So let's continue. The capture engine, a landing page that trades a free asset that lead magnet for an email address. How it works is that when users arrive from a traffic source, they are presented with a focus page offering something valuable for free. That's like an electronic book, ebook, checklist, or guide. Now, in order to get it, they must input their contact information. That information that, okay, they know that this user is unique and this user is real. That a person is real and, okay, they know this person is interested in getting the product. Okay. This turns anonymous website visitors into identifiable leads that you can market to directly. Not that when you get to a website, it's just random people. Okay. So when they get the capture engine that gets the detail of the users, they'll be able to know that it's real individuals that actually accessing the website and not just people that want to steal the company's information. Now there's the nurture engine. This is an automated email sequence that continually provides value and builds trust with your subscribers. Okay, it builds trust with your subscribers and provides value through an automated email sequence. Now let's take for instance that once you have captured an email address, software automatically triggers a series of pre-written emails. I'll take that again. Once you have captured an email address, software automatically triggers a series of pre-written emails. Now, instead of immediately selling to them, this engine focuses on delivering helpful content, establishing your authority, and building a relationship so subscribers feel comfortable buying from you later. Now, in this case, it just helps you establish trust within your customers. Okay, your customers would be able to trust you for what they want to buy. Okay, now instead of immediately selling to them, it focuses on delivering helpful content. Okay, what can help them when they want to buy the product, even after they've gotten the product, what can help them? Okay, what can make them feel comfortable with buying your products? That's what the nurture engine is all about. Okay, now there's the conversion engine. Now, this component is responsible for pitching the affiliate offer on autopilot. I'll repeat that again. This is responsible for pitching the affiliate offer on autopilot. Now, after the nurture sequence has established trust and value, this engine introduces the commercial offer. It uses targeted emails or automated pages to present the product, handle objections, and encourage the lead to make a purchase. Okay, automatically generating revenue without manual effort. So in this case, it's just pitching the affiliate offer on autopilot. Automatically, the engine introduces a commercial offer, probably a discount or a promo of which you are on. Now, automated sales pages and emails are used to present the product. and this encourages them to make a purchase. Okay, when they see that there's less money involved than the initial pricing, they would want to buy on time. So when they buy on time, there would be no need. When they buy on time, there would be no need to pay the full price when they are actually ready to buy. It might even be the discount offer you offer them that they have in mind to pay. Okay, so that is the automation concept. Concept. It is a step-by-step sequence. The traffic engine, the capture engine, the nurture engine, and the conversion engine. I hope you are understanding in this class. If you are understanding, kindly put it in the chat box that you are hearing me and you are following the class. So let us proceed with the class. Now there is the automation blueprint visualized. This is the step-by-step logic flow of an automated digital funnel. Now I'll be explaining each one by one so you'll be able to understand what is going on in the automation blueprint. Okay. So basically the automation blueprint is just like a step-by-step logic flow of an automated data funnel which connects software to move users from code visitors to paying customers automatically 247. So it makes them connect software to more move it makes them connect software to move users, okay, from code visitors to paying customers automatically 24/7. So I'll be explaining each one by one from the Facebook ad to the stake court offer conversion. Okay. So the Facebook ad, the advertisement part, that is the first one. Now, what does the Facebook ad mean? This is the starting point of the funnel where paid advertisements bring continuous targeted visitors to your system. Okay. Imagine you are scrolling on Facebook and then customers come across your advertisement on Facebook and they are interested in what they see. They like what they see. Okay. They like what they are seeing. They are interested in the product that is being shown on their screen. And what do? They click on it. You see, when you run a Facebook ad targeting people interested in making money online or promoting a free guide on digital marketing, okay, the users will most likely click your ad and they are redirected to your website. So after they are redirected to your website, that is where the step two comes in, the landing page. Okay, what is the landing page? A specialized web page designed to trade a free asset as the lead magnet in exchange for a visitor's email address. That's what was explained in this capture engine right here. A landing page that trades a free asset or a lead magnet for an email address. So an example is when the user arrives at the clean landing page with a headline that says, download the free 7-step affiliate marketing blueprints, for example. Okay. And after they see that headline, they now see to get the PDF. The user types in their name and their email address into a form and click submit. They get the full details of the PDF that they are looking for. Okay, short information, no long talk, just their name and their email address in the form. So when they input their name and an email address, then they will be able to get the PDF, after which they have gotten the email of the consumer. So after they've gotten the email of the consumer and the person has successfully redirected his customer to his website, that is where stage three comes in. The 5-day drip email. That's the nurture. Now what does this mean? An automated sequence of emails sent out over 5 days that provides value, builds trust, and establishes authority with subscribers. Okay, I'll read that again. This is an automated sequence of emails sent out over 5 days that provide value, build trust, and establishes authority with the subscribers. Okay, for example, on your day one, send the promised free PDF download link along with the welcome note, telling them that they have already successfully registered and they have successfully gotten access to registration on that particular website for the product. Okay, now from day two, day three to day four, you send daily tips, success stories, you send proof of evidence and educational content that solves minor problems for the subscribers, building a strong relationship. Now, this implies that you have already been showing proof, you have already been showing them that, okay, this is how effective my product is, this is how to use my product, this is how things work out, this is how you can gradually become what you want to become using this particular slide, okay? And after you are doing that, you'll be able to build trust with your customers, be able to build trust with the people that are actually viewing your product, that are actually engaging in your website. And after that, that leads you to the step four, the stay cut offer. That is the conversion. Now, this is the final step. What does this step mean? This is the final stage where the automated system uses the core product or affiliate offer to turn the nurture lead into a paying customer. Now, this is the part where most affiliate marketers like. This is the part where most people or marketers like to deal with, because they are not putting in much work after they have put enough work in the first three stages. So on the day five, the automated email introduces a paid comprehensive course on stay cut, or probably another affiliate marketing platform, explaining how it solves all their challenges and includes a direct link to buy the product on autopilot. Now, if you check the official stay cut link, if you get to stay cut, you'll be able to buy their products through automation. You'd be redirected by AI, or probably you'd get to see their product directly without the intervention of manual assistance. You wouldn't need to call any customer service or call any person to be able to get to the product, be able to get to buy what they have to offer. Okay, that is what I'm talking about. So that is the automation blueprint visualized. That is the step-by-step logic. That is the step-by-step logic on how an automated digital funnel is. Okay, from the advertisement part to the landing page, that's the capture email, the 5-day drip email, and the stay cut offer. So if you are following, if you are understanding, if you are getting to understand what I'm explaining, kindly kindly signify or mention in the chat box that you are following. So let's continue. The email marketing automation from the 1 to the 3 to the 5, the 2 and 4 in between. Now, the email marketing automation, this can be defined as the steps involving setting up a sequence of pre-written emails that are sent to subscribers automatically over a specific timeline, eliminating the need to message each person manually. I'll take that again. These are the steps involving setting up a sequence of pre-written emails that are sent to subscribers automatically over a specific timeline, eliminating the need to message each person manually. So this just means that everything is run on autopilot, eliminating the need to message people manually or for manual intervention that might cause lapses in the email marketing. That is why it is called automation. It is automatically done by the system. Now there's from the 1 to the 5, the 1, the 3, and the 5. From the 1, that is the delivery. Deliver the free PDF or assets you promised on the landing page. Introduce yourself and your authorities. Okay. Now there's an objective towards this. The objective is you fulfill your promise and make a strong first impression. Your first impression matters. Okay. When someone wants to buy from you, you need to indicate that you are not a thief. You need to indicate that okay, you are an authentic source and you are fulfilling the promise of what you told them that you have to offer. You give them the free PDF and what you have to offer them. Okay. You make sure you don't tell them lies. If you tell them lies, you are losing trust in them. You are losing their trust and they might not want to believe even if you have another truthful thing to tell them. Okay. So delivering the free PDF that was promised on the landing page, and you use this opportunity to introduce and establish yourself and your authority. Okay. Now, the next day, which is the day 3. So, day 1 and day 2 will be for the delivery so that you'll be able to have enough time to introduce yourself and your authorities to your customers. Is that clear? Now, there's day 3. That is the value. Send a purely educational email solving the minor problem. Do not sell anything yet. Only build trust. I repeat, do not sell anything yet. Only build trust. The objective behind this is that you build trust without being pushy. You build trust without demanding for money. You build trust in them without excessively asking them to do unnecessary things. Okay? This implies that you send a purely educational email solving their problems. Okay? You don't tell them to buy anything. You don't tell them to sell anything. You just tell them what to do regarding how they are to progress in using the product. Now, the main focus is to establish trust and increase your credibility and improve your visibility to them. That is the major aim of doing it. That is the major aim of getting the value of your product to your customers. Now, your day 5 is the pitch. Now, the value would be done within the day 3 and day 4, having enough time to build trust within you and your customers. Now, there's the day 5. That's the offer, the visible one. Now, the objective behind this includes introducing the premium affiliate product as the ultimate solution to their core problems. Include a strong call to action. Okay. Now, what does this mean? This objective implies that you convert your nurtured subscriber into a customer. And what do customers do? Customers pay for products. Customers buy products. Customers are willing to spend their money on what you have to offer, provided that it meets their needs and their expectations. So that is what it is. Okay. It introduces the premium product as the ultimate solution to their core problems and includes a clear call to action to encourage encourage them to buy. It includes a clear call to action to encourage them to buy your products that you have to offer them. Now you might be thinking, okay, what is call to action? I've explained it previously, but let me give a short definition. So the call to action is a prompt designed to encourage an audience to take a specific or immediate action. That is, you are encouraging them to buy your product or to click the link to get your services without any delay. It is a prompt designed to encourage an audience to take a specific or immediate action, which means they are not wasting time on anything. There's no time wasted. So immediately they get to click the link or they get to check out to buy your product. So that's what it is. And that is the email marketing automation from the day one, which is the delivery, to the day five, which is the pitch. A step-by-step procedure on how you can use this email marketing automation to get your customers to pay for your product. Now, now this is the part where you have to think. At the thinking part, okay, the A/B test analysis. The A/B test analysis. Okay. Remember, I mentioned that the A/B concept. The concept behind it is that you compare two web pages to see which one works better, to see which one performs better. All right. Comparing two or more web pages to see which one performs better. Okay. Now, this is the test analysis. Page A has 2,000 words of persuasive copy and a 1.2% conversion rate. Page B has 150 words with a 2-minute video and a 6.5% conversion rate. Both pages sell a $15 fitness PDF. Now the prompt. Hypothesis why page B outperformed page A based on consumer psychology, traffic intent, and specific price points. Now, I'll read the question again. Page A has 2,000 words of persuasive copy and a 1.2% conversion rate. Page B has 150 words, a 2-minute video, and a 6.5% conversion rate. Both pages sell a $15 fitness PDF. The prompt behind it. Hypothesis why page B outperformed page A based on consumer psychology, traffic intent, and specific price points. So if you'd want to unmute your mic to talk, just signify or raise your hand, signify on the chat box or raise your hand. Okay. EKD gives. Okay, I'll be unmuting you guys to talk now. EKD gives, you allowed to talk. It did gives you allowed to talk.
Um,
Okay, Ishmael is enough talk.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Hello? Sir, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. You can
I
talk.
want to ask that.
Can
Okay, I want to ask that how are we going to create the landing page? Like, how are we going to? Can you demonstrate it for us?
now creating a landing page. Okay, so creating a landing page. This it depends on who helped you to create your product and if your product has a website that can be redirected to. Because as a marketer, you have to have a website where your product is displayed, and that is a digital website where people can go to if they want to purchase online. So that landing page is the first page that appears or pops up when your link is brought to them. It's the first page that pops up when your link is brought to them. Okay. And what happens when it is displayed to them? They are able to get the free content that you offer them. They are able to get what you have to offer. So that is what it means to have a leading page. And to create a landing page, it depends on who helps you to create your product because your depending on the digital platform you registered under or depending on the platform that you are marketing for, they would already have a leading page. They would have a landing page for you to redirect your customers to. So it depends on the platform that you registered under. Is that explained?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can further explain the hypothesis that is on the screen. Okay, so since nobody wants to explain the A slash B test analysis, I'll further explain that. Now, when page A has 2,000 words of persuasive copy with a 1.2% conversion rate, and page B has 150 words, a 2 minute video, and a 6.5% conversion rate, the fact that both of them sell $15 fitness PDF, page B would most likely get more customers than page A. Why? Page A has a lot of words that a customer has to read through. And when the information on a website is too much for a user to read, when there's too much of unnecessary things and unnecessary jam talk that users are reading, they wouldn't want to waste their time doing that. But on the side where page B has just 150 words and a video of which you can watch that can educate you without you needing to stress of reading through everything, you would want to purchase what page B has to offer. The fitness PDF that page B would offer you comes with a video of how you can actually get yourself fit. Meanwhile, page A just consists of words, and the conversion rate of page A is lesser than that of page B. And you'd want a better conversion rate to get better profit of your product. So that is why page B would outperform page A. Now, consumer psychology, in the sense that consumers would want to buy what has a more things to offer them. Page A just offers them a PDF, and that PDF is too bulky. Page B offers them a short PDF with a video, and that video would educate them more rather than just words. Okay. Now the traffic intent, in the sense that page B's traffic would be more, and there would be more customers that want to buy what they have. Meanwhile, page A's customers will just be very little because what they are offering is not authentic enough. And for the specific price points, the conversion rate of which page B is higher than that of page A shows that the prices of which page A and page B, that they are selling at the same price, page B would make more money over time than page A. Page A would also make money, but it won't be as authentic as page B, because page B has fulfilled the laws of making their products meet the expectation of their users. So that is what it means. Okay, so this is your week 4 capstone assignment. Now this is the last assignment for this cohort. So in order to pass it 4, you must map out a full automation sequence. Now in this case, what does this imply? Design the lead magnet. Decide what free assets you will offer in exchange for an email address, e.g., a free 5-page search engine optimization checklist PDF. Okay. Now you write email subject lines. Write the subject line for day 1, delivery; day 3, value; and day 5, the pitch. Okay. Determine your primary KPIs. Okay. Choose one metric you will track to measure the success of this funnel. So that is your week 4 capstone project. That is your week 4 project that you'll be able to use to pass this academy and get your certificate. So I'll read that again. In order to pass week 4, you must map out a full automation sequence. Design the lead magnet, and this is to decide what free assets you will offer in exchange for an email address. Write subject emails. Write subject email lines. Write the subject line for day 1, that's the delivery; day 3, the value; and day 5, the pitch. Determine your primary key performance indicator, that's your KPI, and choose one metric you will track to measure the success of this funnel. So that is your capstone project. Okay, Darlington Bobby said you have paid for your student number and he hasn't received your student number. Okay, that will be resolved. I would ask the admins to get right on that. or your case, but kindly exercise patience. They will take care of that before tomorrow. Now you have a question. Can we still submit our assignments? Yes, you can still submit your assignments. You can still submit your assignments as long as you do it before the end of this cohort. So you have the grace of which you can use to submit your assignments. So provided that you do the necessary, you do your assignments within the specific time frame. Okay. Now, if there's anyone that has any questions to ask before this class comes to an end, if you have any questions, you can write it in the chat box. Write in the chat box for me to answer you. Okay, it seems most of the questions that are displayed here are regarding the assignment submission. So this one said the week 3 link to submit the assignment is showing week 2, not 3. The week 1 link is showing week 2. If it opens to submit assignments, without my student number, I couldn't process the submission. Okay, so regarding the submission, if one link is showing the assignment or the submission for the previous or the next, that means the deadline has passed. And if it has not passed, if the issue continues proceeding, then I would speak to the management on that to resolve the issue so you can submit your assignments. Now, without your student number, you will most likely not be able to process with your submission because you have to be a student to be able to do the assignments. If you are not a student, you are obviously trying to bypass the academy and get to what you did not work for. Okay, so if you don't have a student number, you can get into my DM so we can resolve this later on. So it seems everyone understands what was taught in today's class. If you understand, kindly signify that you understand. And if you have any question, you have the grace to ask questions now. Okay, the admins would be at work. Okay, I made a mistake. I'm sorry, you can't get to my DM. You cannot get to my DM. So the admins would respond with time. Okay, we are currently resolving the issues of students with their student number. So you can send a message again and they would respond to you today before tomorrow. So since that is covered, that would be the end of today's class. That would be the today's class. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's class. Today's class was a success. And make sure if you don't understand, you can go back to watch the recordings. And go back to watch the recordings, or if you don't understand, or if you need more insight or more intent on the class that we did today. And as for your assignments, make sure you submit your assignments in order to be eligible to get enough points to be granted your certificate. So, thank you for joining today's class. Thank you for attending today's digital marketing class. Have a nice day and have a good night rest.